Tonight, your consciousness crosses the boundaries of everyday life and travels toward the sacred peaks of Mount Koya, 800 meters above the world. This is a place where prayer and silence have accumulated, uninterrupted, for over 1,200 years. In January, the air of Mount Koya is sharpened, filled with the densest, invisible sacred power of the season. Tonight, you become a pilgrim, embarking on a journey to tune your very soul amidst these deep, snowy mountains. You are standing now before the daimon, the great gateway to Mount Koya. A vermilion gate so massive, you must look far up to see its top. In the darkness of the night, its red glow is deep, holding a heavy, profound presence. To your left and right, the fierce Neo-Guardians stare down with piercing eyes. They are your protectors, shaking off evil thoughts, hesitation, and all unnecessary attachments from your heart as you pass through. Now, take one step through the gate. In that instant, you will feel the air change. It is different from the air below the mountain, dense, dignified, and an astonishingly pure, sacred cold. Beyond the daimon, the darkness of the sanctuary spreads before you. There are no city lights here. Only the faint starlight reflecting off the snow, and the occasional sigh of the wind passing by. You have left the secular world behind and stepped into the realm of the divine. Let us begin to walk slowly. Our destination is Okunoin, the deepest, most sacred sanctuary of Mount Koya. Along the path, stone lanterns weathered by history stretch endlessly into the distance. The snow rests softly on their caps, looking just like small white hats. From beneath your feet, the sound of stepping on fresh snow, crunch, crunch, echoes through the air. It is a dry, yet heavy sound that grounds your spirit. You have reached Ichinohashi, the first bridge at the entrance of Okunoin. Beyond here lies a path of 2 kilometers, leading to the mausoleum where Kobo Daishi Kakai is said to remain in eternal meditation. Before crossing the bridge, you pause and bow deeply. The murmur of the river flowing under the bridge can be heard faintly through the gaps in the ice. That sound of water seems to wash away every trace of impurity from the depths of your heart. As you enter the path, you find yourself in a deep forest of giant cedars, hundreds of years old. Look up. The massive trees reach toward the heavens, and through their branches, a cold, blue January moon watches over you. Over 200,000 stone towers and monuments line this path. Tombs of famous warriors and stone Buddhas of nameless devotees. All of them are covered equally in white snow, resting in a long, peaceful sleep. Here, Even the boundary between life and death dissolves into the silence of the snow. The crisp scent of cedar and a faint aroma of incense drifting from nowhere. The scent travels to every corner of your lungs, purifying every single cell in your body. With every few steps, stone Buddhas pass softly by your side. One Buddha wears a gentle smile, while another closes its eyes, deep in thought. The night wind gently strokes the snow accumulated on their stone shoulders. The path leads you, step by step, deeper into the heart of the forest. Strangely, the more you walk, the lighter your body becomes. The weight on your feet vanishes, and it feels as though you are walking upon the clouds. The ancient, giant trees surround you, like a gentle cocoon, wrapping you in peace. Ahead, Nakanohashi Bridge comes into view. Many legends sleep here. The sweating Jizo, who bears the suffering of others, and the well of reflection, said to show one's fate. But you have no need to look into the well. For you are now so unified with this stillness that you have forgotten even your own form. The cedars lining the path grow even thicker, even more massive. Try touching the bark of a tree. Feel its rough, rugged texture, and the life force hidden within. surviving through hundreds of years. The strength of the tree, enduring the winter cold and quietly waiting for spring, flows into your fingertips. No need to rush. Simply be there. It is as if the spirits of the trees are whispering directly to your heart. Walking further, you see the small Mizumuke Jizo by the path. From the frozen wooden buckets, the water offered by someone hangs down as pillars of ice. The sight is beautiful, divine, as if time itself has stopped. In Mount Koya in January, even water holds its form, keeping its shape as a prayer. Finally, Gobiobashi Bridge appears. Beyond this bridge lies the most sacred realm in all of Mount Koya. The entrance to the mausoleum, where Kobo Daishi Kakai is said to still live, continuing his eternal meditation. Before the bridge, you pause and bow deeply once more. From this point on, not even the sound of a cane is allowed, nor a voice to be raised. It is a time only for talking with yourself in the silence of your heart. As you begin to cross the bridge, you feel the density of the air around you increase. It goes beyond mere coldness. It feels as if you are being immersed in a pool of pure light. in your ears. Even the sound of your own footsteps has vanished. The world is wrapped in a perfect silence. That silence is not loneliness, but a profound sense of fulfillment, where everything is complete. Before the mausoleum stands the Torodo, the hall of lanterns, glowing with countless lights. A warm, golden light spills through the cracks of the building. The eternal flame, said to have burned without ceasing for hundreds of years. As you gaze at that light, you will realize that deep within your own soul, there is a light of life that likewise can never be extinguished. Behind the hall lies the sacred site where Kobo Daishi remains in eternal meditation. A power of compassion, beyond all words, overflows from this place. You stand there, simply still, receiving that power. You are fine, just as you are. You have done so well until now. Those words, along with the sound of the falling snow, permeate deep into your soul. The tension in your shoulders melts away like thawing snow. The lines on your brow disappear, and a faint, peaceful smile touches your lips. Now, take 3 deep breaths here. First, inhale the sacred light of Mount Koya, and exhale all the hesitation within you. Second, Inhale the life force of the giant cedars. And exhale all the fatigue from your body. Third, inhale the mercy of Kobo Daishi and surrender your entire self to this earth. Now, having completed your pilgrimage to Okunoin, you slowly prepare to return to your Shukubo, your temple lodging for the night. Your footsteps on the way back are as light as a feather. There are tracks where you have walked upon the snow, but even those are being silently hidden by the freshly falling flakes. The past vanishes, leaving only the pure, white peace of this very moment. On your way back to the lodging, you look up at the night sky. The clouds clear, and the January sky, filled with a sea of stars, pours its light over the forest of Mount Koya. An overwhelming number of stars, such as you could never see in the city. It feels as though the very breath of the universe has turned into light and reached you here. Emerging from the deep forest of Okunoin, you return to the Shukubo, your temple lodging for the night. A massive wooden gate stands tall at the entrance, its roof heavy with layers of thick, white snow. Lanterns hanging on both sides of the gate draw circles of soft, orange light in the snow. As you step onto the grounds, you find a well-tended stone path, the ice reflecting the faint light like a mirror. You open the heavy entrance door, It slides with a nostalgic, weighted rattle, gara gara. In that instant, the piercing cold of the outside world is cut off. The calming scent of the temple, a blend of ancient wood and incense, welcomes you home. Okarinasai Maze, welcome back. A young monk bows silently and leads you inside. The long, polished wooden corridors reflect the surroundings like a dark, still lake. You feel the coldness of the floorboards through your socks. But it is not an unpleasant cold. It is a pure, grounding sensation, telling you that your feet are firmly connected to the earth. With every step down the hallway, a faint warmth begins to mix into the chilly air. As the sliding door to your room opens, the scent of fresh tatami mats fills your senses. In the corner, a heater warms the room quietly, yet powerfully. You sit upon the zabuton cushion and begin to warm your frozen fingertips. Soon, the monk brings you warmed tea and a small sweet. White steam rises softly from the tea poured from the pot. Take a sip of that tea. Feel the hot liquid traveling down your throat, settling deep into your stomach. The senses that were dormant deep in your core are slowly, gently being awakened. After a short rest, Dinner is prepared for you. The tradition of Mount Koya, Shojin Ryori, begins. Before you, a variety of dishes are laid out, using no meat or fish, but instead drawing out the maximum vitality of vegetables, beans, and grains. Colorful small bowls are arranged beautifully on a vermilion lacquered tray. First, take a bite of the famous goma tofu, the sesame tofu of Mount Koya. A rich, creamy texture and the savory aroma of sesame spread through your mouth. It is not a flashy flavor, but a deep, gentle taste, as if the very nourishment of the earth has been condensed just for you. Next, try the Koya tofu, which has soaked up plenty of savory broth. With every chew, the warm soup overflows, gently unraveling the knots in your heart. A bowl of white rice. A bowl of miso soup. Savor each one, slowly and mindfully. Think of the soil where these vegetables grew, the rain and the sun they received to reach you here. You are now inheriting that life. The true meaning of itadakimasu, I humbly receive this life, permeates through your entire body. This is not an indulgence of the senses, but a meal to satisfy the soul. By the time you finish, your body is glowing with warmth from the inside, and a comfortable heaviness fills your limbs. After the meal, it is finally time for the bath. You head toward the large bathhouse, located deep within the temple. As you walk down the long corridor, the outside air brushes against your skin for a moment. But even that cold feels like a pleasant, refreshing stimulation now. Entering the bathroom, you find an ethereal space filled with thick, white steam. The water has been drawn from the mountain springs of Koya and carefully heated. You rinse yourself with the warm water, and then slowly, very slowly, sink your body into the tub. Ah. An involuntary sigh escapes your lips. From the tips of your toes to your calves, your thighs, and your waist, the heat of the water penetrates through your skin, deep into your muscles, reaching the very marrow of your bones. Your body, which has walked through the snow and endured the cold all day, feels its tension melting into the water, flowing away like clouded energy. You feel as if you are floating in the warmth. Released from gravity, you simply surrender yourself to the embrace of the water. Outside the window, a small, illuminated garden appears. The luxury of watching the snow fall silently from within the warm, steaming water. At the boundary between the extreme cold and the profound warmth, Your consciousness begins to drift. After the bath, wrapping your warmed body in a yukata, you return to your room. There, a thick, fluffy futon is already laid out for you. A heavy duvet, made to withstand the harsh winters of Mount Koya. You turn off the lights, leaving only the tiny glow of a nightlight. As you open the window just a crack, an overwhelming silence enters, so deep, you can almost hear the sound of the snow piling up. You slide into the futon. The gentle weight of the covers holds you softly, yet firmly, to the earth. This weight is a sign of safety. As you close your eyes, the landscapes you walked today replay slowly behind your eyelids. The vermilion of the great gate, the giant cedars of the path, the eternal flame of the mausoleum. They are now integrating quietly within your heart, turning into one great, vast peace. You are now wrapped within Mount Koya, a massive vessel of prayer. The meditation of Kobo Daishi, continuing for 1200 years. Try to align your breath with the waves of his deep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Your exhaled breath mixes with the snowy fields outside, spreading to the ends of the universe. Your inhaled breath takes in the unwavering power of life, rising from deep within the earth. The boundaries of your body become blurred. You become the tatami, the temple, the mountain of Koya itself. Your thoughts, like a small boat drifting on a dark night sea, sway and float away to somewhere far, far away. Outside, the snow falls even deeper. Into a peace like eternity, where nothing can disturb you. Good night.